Good morning, guys. Um, it's 7 o'clock in the morning here in Sweden, and I just woke up. I was going to do my practice, and then I thought I'll share it with you instead. So I don't think anyone's joining at this time, but I'll be sending live, and if you come in later, you can always go back and start from the beginning. So my name is Eleanor. I run Mandala Soul Studio in Lysekil. This is my dog, Freyia. She's here behind us, joining. Yeah, and we're facing a bit difficult times at the moment because of COVID-19. So we started a fundraising to collect some money to be able to pay the rent in the end of this month. So I'll be putting a link in the description of this video when we're done. And if you want to put a donation, please go ahead and put something. Thank you. So because of the situation right now, I find that a lot of people are very anxious and worried. Even me, who's usually not an anxious person, get anxious. And I get worried. And I don't know what's going to happen next. And I don't know if I'm going to make it to the next month, with money and all of that. So that's what we're going to work with in the class today. We're going to have a Yinyoga class against anxiety. And I think it applies for everyone right now. You can keep the camera like I'm keeping mine, just right in front of you so that you can see me well. And you can also go on the settings on the little wheel there on the side and choose a better quality of the video. If you find that it's a little bit blurry, you can just take it up a little bit. And I'm just your guide. So whatever posture you don't want to do, you can skip it. Also try and listen maybe more than watching, because sometimes maybe some poses I'm not doing exactly what you guys are doing, but I'll be guiding you through what you're going to do. So if I've said something and then you look at the screen, I'm not doing what I just said, just stick to my voice, okay? Yeah, and for those of you who didn't practice Yin before, we stay for a long while in each pose, so it's up to 5 minutes. Try and not go too far into the poses. I usually say that you find about 50%. And not more than that, so you can still take long, slow, deep breath. We don't want to stress the body, we want to relax the body. So you don't have to go as far as you can in every stretch. Okay, let's start. So just begin by closing down the eyes. Place your hands to rest somewhere in your lap. Find a straight back. Reach the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Let your sit bones droop down. Take a few long, slow, and deep breaths. Begin to arrive in this moment, into your practice. Leave everything else outside the door for now. I would like you to follow your breath. Watch its way in through the nostrils, down into your lungs, where it changes direction and goes back up and out through your nostrils. And you can take 3 more deep breaths here. Bring the palms of your hands together, roll them back and forth. Placing them in prayer position in front of the heart. We'll open up this class by chanting one Om. So it's Ah, U, M. Everybody exhale. Inhale for Om. Ah, Om. Inhale. And exhale, let your hands down. Gently blink the eyes open. I'm going to begin with a short breathing practice called Nadi Shodhana. I'm mirroring you, so take your right hand. You can just look at me and do the same. Place your fingers in between your eyebrows, and we're going to use the ring finger and the little finger to close the left nostril, and then we'll use our thumb to close the right. So begin by closing your left nostril. Inhale through your right. Close the right, open left, exhale left. Inhale through the left. Close your left, open the right, and exhale right. Inhale right. Closing right, opening left. Exhale through your left nostril. Inhale through your left. Close left, open right, and exhale right. And continue this in your own pace. If you get dizzy or if you feel you don't get enough oxygen, just stop. Maybe take a few deep breaths and then start over again. This breathing exercise is very calming and relaxing, but it also helps us to focus. Lowers the heart rate, and is also said to help the right and the left brain hemisphere to communicate. And you can do 2 more rounds in your own pace. And when you're finished, just let your hands come down to rest on your knees with your eyes closed. And come back to normal breath. Great. You can gently open your eyes. Welcome back. We're going to start with a great hip opener. Bound angle pose or Baddha Konasana. So we bring the soles of the feet together. If you have a blanket or something to sit on, go ahead and use that. If you have a bolster, I don't expect anyone to have that at home, but if you do, you can keep the bolster in front of you like that, or you can keep it on your knees for support. Also, if you feel that the tension is too much here and you don't have anything to support under your legs, you can bring your feet a little bit more forward. And then the stretch is not going to be that intense. Be aware of your spine. Try and make it as straight as possible, bringing shoulders back and down. And grab wherever you can reach. If you can, interlace your fingers around your feet. You can do that. If you can't, just grab wherever you can reach on your legs. And stay there. Remember to keep your spine straight and try to align your neck with your spine as well so the chin comes in a little bit. That's it. Beautiful. We'll take a deep breath in, opening up the hips and the groin. And exhale, relax your knees down towards the earth. So in this pose, we're really stimulating all of the abdominal organs. So the kidney, the spleen, the liver, the ovaries. Baddha Konasana also relieves mild depression, anxiety, and stress. And in the old text, it's also said to destroy all disease and fatigue. So we're not only doing yoga because it looks cool, because it feels nice, but also because of all the health benefits. How it helps our body, how it helps our immune system, and how it makes our lives a little bit easier. Breathing all the time in and out through nostrils. Following your breath. And if you feel like it's difficult to take long, slow, deep breaths here, maybe move the feet a little bit more forward so you're not that tense. Remember, we want to use the class to relax the body. Work with it and not against it. Inhale to extend your spine, make it nice and long. And exhale, relax your legs down. Focusing on releasing tension on the inside of the thigh and the groin. If you feel like 5 minutes is too long for you, don't hesitate to come out of the pose earlier. It's completely up to you. We have 1 more minute to go. Take one final breath here. Then grabbing onto your knees to help them slowly coming together. You can place the soles of the feet on your mat and then just hug around your knees. Maybe rest your chin, maybe just drop down the head. Give the body some time to come back from the pose. Since we're staying this long in each posture, it's also important that we take some rest in between. Gently lift your head back up. Our next pose is Paschimottanasana. So it's a seated forward fold. If you have a blanket, you can sit on it, just to come up off the mat. If you don't have one, it's fine as well. And place your heels onto the mat. And what happens usually when we do this forward fold, we extend the legs and then we try to reach our toes, and then our back goes really round, and it's going to hurt if you do this too many times. So we're going to do it a little bit differently today. So we put our heels onto the ground. We straighten the back, bring the shoulders back and down, and then you glue your belly and your upper body towards your thighs. Okay, so you have no air in between, but it's stuck to your legs basically. Arms come on the outside, and then you grab with your peace fingers around your big toes, thumb on top, and keeping this connection, you start walking forward. Just as far as you can go. If you feel that it's releasing here, you've gone too far, so then come back a little bit. Again, attach your upper body to your thighs, and then keep moving forward. Also, if you start feeling a stretch here on the back side of your legs, you can just stop, relax your shoulders and your head down. If you have a bolster at home, maybe you decide to have your legs straight and putting the bolster in front of you. Whichever version you prefer, just go for that. Come into the pose and turn your attention inward. That's really what this posture presents, to go inside yourself and to find yourself.
Feeling the breath going in and out of the body. Maybe you can even feel your belly push towards your legs here. If you have any back injuries, just make sure your back is straight. Don't come as much forward, maybe, if you feel that your spine is rounding. And just feel the calming and relaxing effect of this posture. It's relaxing both for the body, mind, and spirit. And in a lot of yoga classes, you might have heard that you should let go of whatever is not serving you. But when you're anxious, it's not always that easy to just let it go. It's like telling someone with a panic attack to take long, slow, deep breaths. It's not so easy. So what I suggest that you do instead is to just let everything be. Whatever you're feeling, whatever emotions are arising within you, just dive deep into them. Feel them fully without resisting or trying to push them away. Remember to keep breathing. And exhale one last time here, releasing everything down. And then inhale, gently make your way back up. Extend your legs in front of you and then just place your hands behind, fingers pointing backwards, and make a bow in your back. Just to bend it the other way. If it feels good, you can close your eyes.
And just notice the effect of the posture. Maybe you can feel some sensations in your body. If not, maybe just feel the body's connection to the mat. Because one thing that also keeps us from being too anxious is to stay in the now, even in the difficult times. So that leads us to our next posture, which is going to be a wide-legged forward fold. So I'll just move over so that I can see you guys. Upavista Konasana. So spread your legs out wide. If you have the blanket, please sit up on your blanket. It can be nice as well to just place your hands behind and then kind of jump forward a little bit. And if you're on the blanket, like you can sit on the edge of the blanket. I'm like half on the blanket and half on my mat, so that we help the pelvis to tilt forward. Because what happens otherwise when we sit like this, we usually round the back and it's no good. So try really and extend your spine, tilting the pelvis forward. And it might be that you feel a stretch here already. I know that I do. So you can decide to stay here. And if you feel that it's really hard to keep yourself straight, keep your hands behind, just like this. So really, if it's a stretch here, just stay. Just stay and breathe. Give your body time to get used to this not so usual posture. If you feel comfortable here, if you feel no tension whatsoever, go ahead and place your hands in front. And if you feel that it's not enough for you, you can walk your hands. But keep your back straight. Bring your shoulders back. Open up the chest and imagine that it's more the belly reaching towards the floor than you actually coming down, because you can put your head down like that, but then you're not going to get a stretch. So you want to put your belly down. See, so you can even look forward if you want, just to make sure that you're keeping your spine straight. And when you find your stretch, you can close down the eyes again. If you have any back injuries, maybe just stay up straight. And breathe in to this maybe a little bit uncomfortable position. For most of us, it's not very comfortable. But it's actually calming for the mind, even if you wouldn't think so. We open up the front of the body and the back, the hips. Now, what we practice as well in these more uncomfortable positions, when we stay and we breathe and we take long, slow, deep breaths, we're also learning how to deal with a bit more uncomfortable situations in our day-to-day life by taking long, slow, deep breaths. Be cautious of your spine. Make sure it's not rounding back. Root down your sit bones. Feel the connection to the floor or mat with both of your legs. You can relax the feet or you can flex them a little bit. Whatever is most comfortable for you. And the fascinating thing about yin yoga practice is that even if we're completely still, even if we're not moving a muscle, there's so much going on inside of us. And if you're really attentive, you can notice all the things releasing, opening, aligning, and rearranging in your body because we give it space. So stay with your pose, stay with your breath, and let the breath carry you. And if you find that your mind is wandering, just gently bring it back to your breath and the present moment. We have 1 more minute here. And you can take 3 final breaths. And when you're done, you can gently help your legs together by grabbing onto them with your hands. And then you're welcome to lay down on your back to rest. So laying down flat on your back. And just feel into the body again. Notice the effects of the posture that you just did. And we're gonna come back up from the floor. So maybe hug your knees in and roll up and down the spine, or roll over to one side to push yourself up. We're gonna come into tabletop. So hands underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. And we're just gonna do a small movement before coming in to the different poses we're gonna do here. So we start with Vidal cat cow. So inhale, point your nose forward, and exhale, round the back and point your nose towards your navel. So just find this movement here. You can make it slow and nice. If you know it already, you can close your eyes. So the cow position is when we bend the back down. If you have any injuries, go gentle. When we exhale, it's a cat pose. I'm going to stay for a little bit in each one of these, not for too long. So you can do 2 more rounds. And then we'll stop in the cow position. So gentle. If you have any lower back injuries, don't bend back too much. If you have any neck injuries, maybe point your nose towards the ground instead so that your neck is aligned with your spine. Vidalasana is a really nice posture because it helps us to manage stress. It also releases tension around the shoulders, opening up the chest, and softening the spine. Taking long, slow, deep breaths. You're telling the body and the mind that everything's all right. Take one final inhale here. When you exhale, come to cat. Around the spine. If it's too much for your wrists here, you can make fists as well, pointing the knuckle of the thumb forward. Point your nose towards the navel and really push the ground away. Like a cat stretching. Three more breaths here. And on your exhale, gently coming back to tabletop. And just stay here for a few breaths. Noticing the spine and the different shapes.
Separate your knees wide. Bring your big toes to touch and lower your hips back into child's pose. If it's uncomfortable here to sit on your heels, you can place a blanket onto them or under your knees here if it's too much for your knees. Reach your hands forward and bring the forehead down towards your mat. Take a big inhale to your upper body here and exhale, let it melt down. And just feel into this secure and calming energy of this posture. Let it relax your body, relax your mind. It's also reducing stress and anxiety. Breathing in and out through the nose. Or if you want, maybe exhale through the mouth a couple of times here. In the beginning, it might seem that everything around you is falling apart. But in the end, all those pieces, they fall into place. That's why you can relax. And if you feel any tension in any specific area of the body right now, you can try and breathe into that space. And exhale, release it. Inhaling, opening up. Exhale, relax. Letting all emotions and all thoughts come and go as they wish. And you can take 3 final breaths here. Gently make your way onto your belly to relax. And if you have your chin towards your mat, you can switch over to the other one just to even out. And we have one final pose before Shavasana. We're going to do it laying down on our bellies. I'm just going to show you sitting up so you can see what I'm doing. So I want you to place your arms like this, like a cactus, like the elbow is aligned with your shoulder, and then it's a 90-degree here. So you're not coming forward, but out and up, 90-degree angle, okay? So we're coming down, aligning the elbows with the shoulders. We're gonna do shoulder stretch because a lot of tension builds up here when we're worried and not relaxing. So you can place your right shin towards your mat, your right hand underneath your right shoulder, and then you push the ground away and roll over. You can also bring your left leg across and back so the head still stays on the ground. You can also place the left hand a little bit closer to you and keep pushing so you're rolling up onto your right shoulder. You can also place your foot down if you want a bit more. Just find a place where you're more or less relaxed. It's a pretty intense stretch, so don't go too far. You can breathe into that space where all the tension is stored. And exhale, letting it out. Maybe take a few exhales through the mouth. And if you can't feel anything, maybe move your elbow a little bit higher. You're supposed to be able to take long, slow, deep breaths. And if this is not possible, you've gone too far, then come out of the pose a little bit. You're halfway there. If you feel that the stretch is gone, you can roll a little bit further up your right shoulder. Long, slow, deep breaths. All the way down to your belly. Just 30 more seconds here. Let your breath carry you. One final big breath. Inhale. And exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly roll down onto your belly again. Really gentle here. You can rest either making a little pillow out of your hands or just letting your arms lay alongside the body. I don't know if you can see it, but she's making a really funny face. No, I should change it. Oh, so for the next round, I'll be facing away from you. So don't worry about it. Just listen to my voice. You can bring your left arm up, side elbow aligned with your left shoulder, and then you place your right hand close to you, underneath your right shoulder, bringing the left cheek onto the mat, and then push the ground away with your hand and roll over. Maybe cross your right leg over or place the right foot onto the mat. Spill my tea. Yeah, just roll over and stay. And same here, don't go too far. So you get a nice stretch where you can still take long, slow, deep breaths. Maybe close down your eyes. And maybe breathe into that area where it's the most tension or where you feel most pain or discomfort. And
And exhale to let it go. Because when we're releasing tension out of the body, we're telling the whole system everything's all right. You don't have to stress. You don't have to tense up. So use each out breath to let go a little bit more. We're more than halfway there. 1.5 minutes left. Let the breath carry you. A final big breath in. Exhale, slowly, slowly roll down onto your belly to rest. Arms alongside the body, or maybe make a pillow out of your hands. And feel a relaxed feeling spreading all over your shoulders, the area around the neck. From here, you can just roll over onto your back to come into our last posture, Shavasana. If you want, you can cover yourself with a blanket or maybe a sweater or something so you don't get cold. Um, Laying down on your back, arms alongside the body, and the palms open up towards the universe. Um, Feet spread wide a little bit, let your feet fall out to the sides. Maybe move your shoulders down and away from your ears. You can also lean your head a bit from side to side. And then stop in the middle. Close down the eyes. And move your attention back to your breath. So even if this is time of relaxation, we're not going to sleep. So let your whole body relax and let your mind be focused here and now. Take a deep breath in and gently let that go. Another inhale. Slow exhale. And one last time, big breath in. Gently release. You can start and wake up your body without opening the eyes just yet. Moving the fingertips, wiggling your toes, leaning the head from side to side. On your next inhale, reach your arms overhead and make yourself nice and long. Stretch out. Draw the knees towards your chest and give yourself a hug. Swaying from side to side. Gently roll over to your right in a fetal position. Take a few calming breaths here. When it feels good, you can make your way up to seated position. Eyes closed, spine straight, hands resting in your lap. Just feel, take in all the calm and relaxing energy that you just created. And see if you can bring it with you out into the world. Palms together, rub your hands back and forth, placing them in front of the heart. But I'm going to close this session by chanting one Om followed by 3 Shantis. Everybody exhale now and inhale to begin. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. When it feels good, you can open up the eyes. Thank you so much, guys, for practicing with me today. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. And please, if you can, also follow our Instagram, like our Facebook page, Mandala Soul Studio. We need all the support that we can get right now. Wish you a lovely day.